Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the pilot episode of the Burgundy Breakdown on its own channel. What a time to start as day one of Washington Commanders training camp got underway, and we have a lot to discuss, from undrafted free agent Jacory Brooks catching 2 touchdown passes to Terry McLaurin holding out, and Sam Cosmi could be ready by week 1. All in that and more is coming up on the Burgundy Breakdown. Let's get Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. 9:49 Wednesday, July 23rd is the time stamp. This is the Burgundy Breakdown, and we're here. Football is back, fellas. How are we doing?
Finally.
Feeling great, excited, man. A lot of good talks, a lot of good things to discuss. It's up. Football is back.
Mm-hmm.
What up, people? What up, people?
I'm a little disappointed in that energy, Z.
Huh?
I'm a little disappointed in that energy. I thought you was gonna come with a little bit because your man was hooping today. Both of your mans was hooping.
Here you go about to start slicing them. You gotta slice them. Come on, man.
I had your back earlier too.
Don't tell me about nothing that happened in 7-on-7, bro.
Reedie, I'm telling you, last week, like I said, one of them gonna make the team. The other one gonna be a starter at some point, and Reedie gonna be saying both of them is his man's by week 6. So I ain't worried.
You're gonna see the video on our page. That's my man. I told him. That's my man.
The truth comes out.
Nah, but people, man, we thank y'all for joining us today. But like Juan said before, this is the pilot episode of the Burgundy Breakdown on our own channel. So in the comments, we're going to give you guys the link to the channel. So we have our channels up now, but in probably about 8 to 9 minutes, we're going to come off our channels, and you have to go over there to see the remainder of the show, which we will be over there. So if you haven't already done so, like, share, subscribe to the Burgundy Breakdown at the Burgundy Breakdown Wash. That's the new channel where we're going to be broadcasting from every Wednesday throughout the season. And this is, like we said, the pilot episode, training camp edition, I guess we're going to call it. But what's up,
training camp edition? What's up, man? I mean, I wish I could say physically I'm feeling better, but I'm here. Yeah, I'm physically unable to perform list, man. But man, we got a lot to talk about, fellas. We really, really do. And I want to start with the heavy hitters. Yeah, we could talk about the locker room, which is cool, but I'm going straight into the business here first. Terry McLaurin not there at training camp. This not a surprise for me, as I expected him to not show up. But for me personally, what I will say is I think Terry's doing this thing wrong. I think a hold in would have been better for him financially, and also to get on the side of putting the pressures on him. Because imagine you being a boss and you showing up to work and not doing nothing, but you can't do nothing about it. You can't find me $50,000 if I'm doing a hold in and I'm there. But he decided to hold out. I think there was a picture floating around that he was doing some yoga in the Ashburn area, so he is by the facility, probably hoping for that contract to be done soon. As that gives us some type of confidence that it could be done very soon, because we could be Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson not even in Cincinnati, so maybe that's a little, hope that it can be done soon. But yeah, what are y'all thoughts about that? Let's start it off right there.
Well, with the Terry situation, I definitely thought if he was to hold out, it would be a hold in. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, he elected to not show. When that happened, I'm like, whoa, he really making a statement. Saw the picture this morning. He out doing yoga out at Ashburn, so you can tell he's nearby. He's
from
waiting.
a fan too.
Yeah, he, you know what I mean. He's showing. I mean, it's Terry. He's not carrying it. I think he's just showing that he's serious about what he meant, about his value, and that the team or the organization, you know, if they need to step up and put their, you know what I mean, put their money where their mouth is. Yesterday, Adam Peters discussed and basically said that the team is going to do everything they need to do to get a deal done with Terry. So, like Mr. Peters, like, get on it. Let's do whatever it is you need to do to figure this out. You know, me personally, from the aspect of losing money, you know what I mean, I always wonder what these players be thinking about, you know what I mean, losing that type of money, $50,000 a day for anyone that may not have known. Every practice that he missed is $50,000. And when they put him on a, you know, on that list, it pretty much stamped that, you know, he's going to incur those fines. Also, I'm hearing that the league took away the ability for the teams to waive the you know, the action on not finding players when they're holding out. So he's definitely taking that 50K hit. Shocks me
every day.
That's a lot of money. I mean, I know he's a millionaire. He make 20 plus a year, but 50K is 50K. But I'm hoping that, you know, they can get this deal done and over with so we can move forward. I personally think that, you know, it's a distraction they have to keep talking about every day. I also personally think that him being here is important, you know what I mean, because we got a championship to chase. We're not, you know, fiddling around with our thumbs anymore. We're not just sitting at the bottom. We got some shit to chase out here, and I think that being, you know, 100% in attendance needs to hurry up and happen.
So here's the thing for me. A big thing about the $50,000 a day is like they can't pay you that back based off of the new collective bargaining agreement. So that's $50K lost. I guess that's to us regular people, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money, but I guess to these, you know, athletes that are making, you know, millions, that's peanuts, you know what I'm saying? That's like $1,000 in a sense to them. But I did as well thought it would be a hold-in situation. I didn't think he was going to hold out. I really didn't think Terry was going to go through with it. I thought he was going to, you know, do the right thing as he always did, but I guess he's taking a stance. But the, you know, my takeaways from the presser yesterday, you know, I felt like AP was a little bit like nervous when he was talking about Terry. A lot of people talk about how DQ's body language was a little weird, like he didn't want to even get into it or whatever, like he didn't agree with what Adam Peters was saying, but it just gave me the vibes like he was lying about what he was talking when he was said that, you know, they have been in talks or whatever recently. But Terry just told us that they weren't in talks. So that kind of contradicted what he said. I didn't believe it. It didn't pass the eye test for me, but hopefully they get this done sooner than later and Terry could be in the building because like Z said, we got bigger fish to fry. I'm sorry. You know, we need to do what we need to do to get him in the building just to, you know, get on this, you know, get on the same page. But I do think with a year in the offense already, he was here for most of the offseason program besides minicamp. So I think when he does come in, like Bobby Wagner alluded to earlier, you know, it's business, but it just ain't our business. You know what I'm saying? So when he comes in, we'll welcome him in and just keep it moving from there.
Yeah. Going back to so it's $50K a day. So for a lot of us, that's a yearly salary. $50K is a yearly salary for people out here. That's $350,000 a week. That is anywhere from $1.4 to $1.75 million a month. If they do not get this done between now and August 23rd, Terry could be out another $1.75 million. Could you imagine? I could make a whole basketball, WNBA pay, you know, joke. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to do it this time. That's a lot of money. $50K for us is a lot of money. $350K is a damn sure a lot of money. $1.4 million is life-changing. So I get it for some of these athletes, you know, man, like to Reedie and Zee's point, like 50K is, you know, pennies on the dollar. It's not much. In the grand scheme of things, Terry's going to be out anywhere from $100,000 to $1.4 million within a 30-day notice. You know what I could do with $1.4 million? A lot. So I hope and I pray that AP and Terry figure this out, because the longer this goes on, not only does it cost Terry more money in the long term, it costs him more money in the short term.
Yeah, that's a great point. My first thought to that is, I don't think Terry ain't gonna be gone for a month straight. Even if they wasn't to get a contract done for another month, it's no way he allows $1 million. Like, yeah, 50,000 1, 2, 3, 4 times may be cool, but letting it get to $1 million, he's gonna show up at some point. It has to. I mean, if he's cool off that, just losing $1 million like that, then so be it. But no, I don't think it's gonna get to that point where he's no longer gonna be at the building if they can't get to a contract by the next month. But I do want to go back to Reedie's point for a second, because honestly, Reedie, you're the first person that I heard that kind of, I wouldn't say was negative about the comments, but a little bit different. Like, you kind of picked up on, like, oh, AP may sound a little bit nervous and questioning DQ's body language. I really didn't pay DQ any mind, and I don't pay him no mind when they ask him stuff about Terry, because he legitimately doesn't have a say in this thing. It's literally the Adam Peters and Terry McLaurin in the front office. He has nothing to say. So Dan Quinn's body language don't really mean nothing to me. But you saying, AP been a little bit nervous, like that was eye opening, because I didn't look at it as such. But maybe, you know what I'm saying, you can elaborate on that more to kind of get us a better feel.
So maybe I'm a nerd or whatever, and I pay attention to a lot of things when I watch press conferences, because I watch each and every press conference. And then when you could just tell, like, if you go back and you look at the press conference from the beginning, when John Keim asked him the questions about Terry, he just seemed a little bit hesitant. But then when they asked him other questions, he kind of opened up. He's smiling. His personality was his personality. So I kind of read kind of like into that, like he was kind of like, I don't know if it was like he was trying to, keep it close to the vest or not. He started looking down in a way, and like he was trying to deflect a little bit. I don't know. So I was just like, I don't necessarily know if I trust it. And then also Bickle from 106.7 The Fan, the Junkies, they made a post on their page saying that, looking at Dan Quinn's body language, like he wanted no parts of it, like no parts of what Peters was saying. Like, I didn't really pay attention to Dan Quinn in the moment, but when I went back and looked at it after I seen that clip, he is kind of like hesitant on like what he's saying. Like, they didn't seem like they were, hand to hand on, what was going on at that point in time. I think DQ like wants this shit to be over and wants him back in the building, whereas they got to take a stand, what I'm saying, because it may not align with them, and like everybody's saying, it's not about this year when he turns 30, because he's still going to be under his previous contract. It's next year, the year after, and the year after that, when he gets into the crux of the nude money deal that they're worried about. And then also, like I've been saying all season, they got to pay other people, so they got to be on the lookout for that. But that was my takeaway from that one. What I saw, I just like pay attention to like Adam Peters. Like, when he's uncomfortable, he kind of looks down in a way, but when he's like more outgoing, I guess, in a sense, if you read into that, when he's comfortable answering certain questions.
That's a very, very new and good perspective. I'm definitely going to look out for that more so when we get to other things. Because when I first heard the press again, like, I was first just like, hey, this is another reason for me to feel like I should relax. And hearing that both sides want to get a contract done, and that they want Terry, that they don't speak in like no other kind of direction. And even DQ, right? Like he said, I don't know if y'all caught this one, but because something like catastrophic, I don't know if the mic failed or something like that, but one of the reporters asked Dan Quinn, was like, hey, so with Terry been absent, has there been any plan to like what to do in case he's not here, like any kind of like plays or anything like that?
Oh,
and
yeah.
DQ was like, yeah, can you come with a better question? That's the first time I ever heard that. Like, he straight up said, can you come with a better question? And we're not going to.
He's just frustrated.
We're not doing that. Yeah.
So I kind of allude to I feel you on that point right there. Like, DQ is just, and then again, you can't blame him specifically, because he's like, bro, that's probably why the disconnect was there, because he truly has nothing to do with it. So that kind of is probably where the divide was. In their two presses when it was coming to answer that. But I do want to say, ladies and gentlemen, check us out on the Burgundy Breakdown channel. as we're winding down here on streaming on our separate channels, we're going to be on the Burgundy Breakdown. That's where we're going to be for the remaining of these shows. You know, so catch us over there. Subscribe to the channel, the Burgundy Breakdown. You will no longer be able to catch these shows on all of our separate channels. Burgundy Breakdown is where we will be. Now moving on to the next topic, I want to talk about Z's guy, Ja'Cory Krosky Mert. You know what I'm saying? We know he's been on the Bill train since day one. And when I saw Ja'Cory Brooks and Ja'Cory Krosky Mert having great days
the day
today,
that they had today.
the first person that came to my mind was Z. So Z, I'm gonna let you take it away. You actually started off with actually no, let's do it. Let's go in order. So for the first training camp pass of the day, Jaden Daniels to Deebo Samuel. Very first play of training camp.
On my guy Tyler Owens. I was glad to hear that it was on Tyler, but
I need y'all to delete that footage right now. That footage does not exist. That was AI.
Jaden threw a dime.
Yeah. So Z, go ahead and take it away, right starting from the top.
But yeah, I was definitely, it was definitely lit kind of seeing the tweet come through. Deebo went up top, then later on in the evening seeing that seeing the play actually happen. And was excited about it. I think just to start with Deebo in a sense, I think his name was mentioned a lot today. And rightfully so. I think throughout this offense, he's going to get a lot of touches, heavy involvement. And it's pretty much a lot of it is going to run through him. So I was excited to kind of see that him and Jaden was connecting well. It seemed like he had a pretty electric practice and a lot of fun was being had out there. And then, a little bit after that, to get to see, first that Bill had a run, had a rush for a touchdown. So off gate, Reedie come texting and like, man, don't come gassing Bill tonight on the pod. And I'm like, damn, it's crazy how you want to hate on your RB1. So, but yeah, like I said early on in this off season, I went on a limb and said that I think that probably about mid-season, Bill could potentially take over the number one running back spot, but he's definitely gonna give Brian Robinson some bump, and some competition out there. And I think that, as well as last week, I made the prediction that Ja'Cory Brooks will make this roster as a receiver. Today he had 2 touchdowns, one from Jaden, one from Marcus. So definitely excited to see those names come flashing across my phone today. And I'm just geeking to get out this starting Sunday and the days following to kind of, get out there and get some real looks at my guys.
You know what, Z? I had your back all the way. I ain't going to lie, because my man Reedie came extremely. And I don't want to hit his about 7 on 7. Look, when you Ja'Cory Brooks and Ja'Cory Krosky Mert, I don't care if it's 1-on-1, 7 on 7, 11 on. You gotta show out because you fighting for a roster spot. So whatever type of success they have, I'm all for it. So and like. It's this Ja'Cory Brooks fan, stand. Like, I remember years ago, I was a part of the Kelvin Harmon stand where it was a long shot that he would be something for real, but I was a part of it heavy. It's like a legit fan base for Ja'Cory Brooks out here, man. So to hear that he's had a day, not only had a day though, but had a day with the ones, cooked Marshawn Lattimore. Take that with a grain of salt, please. Don't.
I was about to say Cook is
They say Marshawn slipped.
Marshawn slipped. Yeah, Marshawn slipped on that banana.
Okay, peel. Cool. We'll go with that. I only say take that with a grain of salt because I don't want people to be overlooking that and say, "Oh, Marshawn Lattimore's cooked." Hey, I'm more so happy that Ja'Cory Brooks did something against a guy of that caliber. But let's go to Reedie because Reedie awfully quiet. What's up, Reedie?
I don't have a comment. I don't have nothing to say. I'm not saying. Yeah. I don't get too hype over 7 on 7 people. That's all I'm saying. When the pads get on this 11 on 11, then we can get excited about some things. Now I don't get too excited about shorts and t-shirts.
Fair enough.
Me, I feel like when the Bullets is fine, it's 11 on 11 team. Then we can we can get excited. When we go up to Cincinnati, or when we play the Ravens on these joint practices, then we can get excited. It's a little too early for that. But
so let me ask you this.
I would say this real quick. Just so you guys know, we're getting ready to drop off the other channels, so you can go over to the Burgundy Breakdown Wash on YouTube, and we will be continuing this show over there. So if you're on Reedie and Zee on Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter as X, or on our YouTube channel, we're going to drop off and be on the Burgundy Breakdown. So we're going to do that right now. Well, go ahead.
If you're on BIB, or cut it off.
I was going to ask you. So all right, let's just go with this hypothetical. Would you still have the same kind of perspective had it been negative? Let's say Bill had 2 fumbles or 5 through 3 picks today. Would you put a little bit more concern into that, or a little stock into that, if it was like the other way around, or is it still kind of like shirts and t-shirts, or shirts and shorts?
It's still shorts and t-shirts. You know, I mean, I don't see nobody fumbling at this time of year with shorts and t-shirts, but I mean, it's possible. But I mean, we'll see. People get excited over the little touchdown, catches. Defensive back is one of the hardest positions to play in football. So, it happens. It happens to the best of them.
Yeah. I mean, could be a lot worse. We could be Dallas out in Oxford already getting into fights day 1 into camp. So we sitting pretty in Ashburn.
Yeah, Dallas is definitely a circus. Jerry Jones don't know what to say out of his mouth.
Hey. I ain't gonna lie. Pickens might be some trouble.
Pickens
might be some trouble.
See, I can't worry about Georgia. I can't worry about Georgia players because they're always just going to get arrested for speeding. So I'm just waiting on Jerry to give him a Lamborghini.
I'm just saying.
We got Trey for that, man.
I mean, yeah, we got some corners, but I'm just saying.
I think I saw that they had him in a slot too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He pulled a Debo. He scored the first play of the practice.
Yeah, he did.
It was wide open.
Hey, I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's bump. So, yeah. But moving on though, I'd also wanted to talk more about Sam Cosmi and the offensive line. So my whole hypothetical with Sam Cosmi was that he would be ready midway through the season, but according to Dan Quinn, he's had a schedule, and there is a real shot that he could play week 1, and that's very surprising to me. And I think that will give this offensive line clearly a huge boost. So Nick Algreedy won't sniff the field, and they won't get on my back about how high I was on Nick Algreedy. So having Sam Cosmi back goes without saying. I think that makes this unit, solidifies it as a top 5 unit. While we're at it as well, is there any concerns or anything that you have to talk about when it comes to, I believe Josh Conley Jr. was not labeled the starter. I think it was Andrew Wiley out there as well. Or is that something that you think this regime just does? Because going back to last year, Jaden wasn't the starting quarterback last year. So, John, we can start with you there, though.
I'm not too worried in all honesty. Again, they did this last year with Jaden and Mariota and company. And honestly, I think it helps Josh. And here's why. It takes that immediate starter pressure off his shoulders. He says, all right, Wiley's a proven vet in this league. Whether he's better at guard or tackle, we all know what he's better at. But he's a veteran. I want you to learn under him. I want you to learn under Laramie. I want you to learn under whoever, Brandon, whole deal. This can be a blessing in disguise for Connolly, saying, hey, until they name me starter, I'm going to say I'm taking reps with 1 and 2s. I'm going to learn from everyone. I'm going to soak in all the knowledge I can, because the moment they tell me I'm a starter, I'm going to be ready to go. Versus what Dayball did with New York, saying, hey, Russ is the starter off the get-go. Jackson's going to be like, but coach, what about me? I think it's going to be a good thing for Josh.
He better not be like, no, what about me? He thought that was a competition in New York. What? That's Rush job all the way. But Z, what you guys say about that? Josh Conley Jr. not getting the starting reps, and also Sam Cosmi been ahead of schedule and potentially could be out there for week 1.
Yeah, in reference to the Conley Jr. Situation, I mean, yeah, it's just part of the process. I think that they have this mindset with rookies, and a lot of the younger guys got to earn it. You know what I mean? You got to go out there and work to be a starter in this league. You're not just handed anything, and rightfully so. So no worries there at all. You know, I even heard DQ talk about, he mentioned a couple of times about, you know, having Vaughn line up against him, and so he can get some bump against him, and things of that nature. So, you know, put the rookie against the Hall of Famer. He might, you know, he might learn something. So, you know what I mean? So I know that they're definitely going to probably, you know, take Connolly slow with, you know what I mean, his reps and everything like that. And as long as he do what he need to do, then they'll ramp him up as the practices go along. In reference to Cosmi, excited to hear that, you know, he could potentially be back by week 1, but I think most importantly, just want to make sure that he's 100%. So take as much time as you want. Part of the reason of us, you know, continue to add interior linemen and just upgrading his offensive line, it gave us that flexibility to kind of supplement his absence, his expected absence. So, you know what I mean, great to be back whenever he's back, but I just want him to be 100% healthy. That's most important.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that I think we're in good hands. There's no reason to rush Cosmi back. I know, you know, everybody's going to kind of take Dan Quinn's comments and run with them. He just said it just gives us options. You know what I'm saying? He never said that, you know, it was trending towards that. He just said it gives them options that they can do it now. So that tells me that I don't necessarily think he'll be back for week 1, but I can see him being back between that week 1 and 4 window, possibly. Yeah. It might not be to week 8 as we anticipated previously throughout the whole entire offseason. So I'm leaning a little bit towards that. But we're in good hands. You know, Allegretti is a solid backup at right guard. And we either can kick Wiley into right guard if Conley Jr. beats him out in camp. But they love position flexibility within the offensive line. So, you know, we have great depth all across the offensive line as it relates to that. We have Herbig, we have Allegretti, we have, you know, Wiley, you know, we have other guys. We got Coleman, we still got Paul on the line, you know, we so I think
Michael Dieter.
Excuse me?
Is it Michael Dieter?
Michael Dieter and Chris Paul.
Excuse me?
That's what he was. You don't trust Michael Dieter?
Not after that week 17 before.
I don't know, love.
I called him Michael Diet on the other live stream. So
okay. Nah, but you know what I'm saying, I think we'll be fine there. So Sam Cosmi is no rush for him to come back. I think we'll be good there. You know what I'm saying? And like Z alluded to before, and John, like this organization, this coaching staff, like you got to earn it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing is given to you. You know, JD5 had to earn it last year, even though we already knew he was going to be the day 1 starter. But they, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to, you know, make him feel like he is a starter. Like he had to earn everything in this league. You know what I'm saying? You starting all the way over. You're low man on the totem pole. So, you know, come in and get in where you fit in. And if you know, but he has one of the all-time greats to go against, Conley Jr., and to learn from on the defensive side of the ball. And Miller and Von Miller. So, you know what I'm saying? And then you also got Bobby Wagner over there. Like, what type of, you know, that's a great education to get, a free education. Like how to watch film, how to be a pro's pro, how to do
plus
everything.
Cap, plus Kerrigan on the defensive side. Like,
correct.
How to take care of your body and things of that nature for longevity.
Shout out to Josh Harris on the new Hyperberg chambers and all of the new saunas and, you know, all of the little flashy gadgets that they got in the locker room. But you know, that's where I stand on the, you know, on the Cosmi situation. What was the other question? I forgot.
Yeah, it was about I think you alluded to, or
Connerly.
maybe Connolly. Yeah, you may
Connerly.
have
Yeah,
said.
yeah. Okay, so I hit it. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, those are definitely some great points. I mean, you even brought up the point about Cosme potentially just getting active, because I think where he's at now, we have until, I'm not sure the deadline, but if he's not activated, he can't come back to like after the first 6 weeks of the season or something like that.
Yeah.
So kind of like what Chase Young was doing a couple seasons ago. So I think that's a good point that you made. It's less about him being out there for New York week 1, but more so about at least just having him on the active roster. They may not start on week 1, week 2, week 3. Maybe they activate him and have him coming in a pinch if he has to, stuff like that. And that's a good move. And that's actually just surprising to me, because he tore his ACL in January. I don't know what the
January.
exact date was, but mid-January, and to be ahead of schedule, be back, this quick,
July.
just goes to show you how much he's been rehabbing and going after. But speaking of the physically unable to perform list, my guy Noah Brown. I remember when it first happened, Reedie was telling me, Juan, relax. Our guy's still gonna be good. And it's not that I don't think he will be good. I think it's kind of similar to the same cause. They're taking it slow. But I definitely was a little concerned that he started off the physical labors performance, because after I saw his Instagram post of running around, doing this, doing that, I'm like, okay, maybe he's not hurt at all. Because they kind of kept it under wraps, right? This is the first public, appearance that they made about it, or said anything public about it since the injury back in the spring. So up until this point, we were just speculating. So to see him on the physical unable to perform list, Reedy, I could start with you there. Is it kind of the same thing as Sam Cosmi, or is there a little bit of concern there with Noah Brown?
I from based off of what Dan Quinn's comments were, I'm not really too concerned about it. I mean, I think it's just kind of like just trying to be careful, you know what I'm saying, with Noah Brown and stuff like that. And I see Zee over there with this smirk, this snicker on his face.
No, I was laughing at Juan. He just like let the iPad fall. He was looking at it and just let it fall.
Like second time this stream.
John over there taking tallies.
Yeah.
Juan's like, wait a minute, how'd this turn on me?
Good. No, but I mean, I'm not worried at all. I mean, we got other guys like KJ Osborne that's looking good, that Dan Quinn talked about in his press conference. You know what I'm saying? A guy that's turning into a Reedie guy. I'm not ready to say I'm sold on him yet, but I'm just saying, like, from what I've seen from the outside looking in, he looked like he's putting in the work. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that he's going to make this team or this, that, the third, or I'm sold on him, because I'm not. But so I ain't gonna lie to y'all on that. But I'm saying, like, he's passing the eye test thus far. And again, it's in shorts and t-shirts. So again, I guess I got to take my own advice. I can't get too impressed by that. But when your head coach goes out of his way to talk about you in a press conference in day 2 or day 1 of on the field work, I mean, that says a lot about your offseason. That says a lot. You know what I'm saying? We got guys. I think we'll be fine. But I'm just trying to figure out who's this guy we signed today, because I
saw that. So we signed a wide receiver. Yeah, we signed a wide receiver. First name starts with a T, last name ends with an M. When I first saw it, I thought they misspelled Terry, and I went, "No, it's Tay Martin." All right, who is this?
We come to the Titans.
Yeah, I think Asia or somebody put in the comments, "Who is this guy?" Something I missed something. I was like, camp body. He's a camp body.
Literally, the second Terry McLaurin is signed, and that dude will probably be gone. Honestly,
he is a wide receiver out of Oklahoma State. I pulled up his stats: 6'3", 185. So another big-bodied wide receiver. Apparently, he played 1 game for the Titans last year, had 49 yards and a touchdown. So, 1 reception, 49 yards and a touchdown. So, be it as it may, he technically has game experience. If anyone else is feeling optimistic about that verbiage,
I'd rather stick with the fringe guys that we got. We don't need any more fringe guys. We got enough. We got Michael Gallup making a return. We got, go Izzy. What you think?
Nah, I was saying people was in the comments They was mad about Michael Wiley getting cut. And was
yeah,
saying,
I was upset about that. Honestly,
it was like, I mean, we got a long list. We got a long list of receivers that could have been released.
They could have. Yeah,
and then they was like, "How about KJ Osborne?" I was dying laughing. I was like,
I said, "Why did you get rid of Michael? Why did you get rid of Demetrius Felton?" I was like, "Why do we need him around?"
Man.
They said Kaz Allen looked like Eckler Jr. That's what I'm hearing.
That's what they were saying.
Okay, then.
Kaz Allen like on his 5th year of trying to get it together. Like,
not another Bruin.
I'm getting tired of Kaz Allen too.
I still remember a couple preseason summers ago in preseason they was hyping him up. I was even hyping him up.
Yeah, he was a Ron guy.
He went out there and he freaking pooped the bed. And they gave him every opportunity to show himself.
They did.
Even last year, he was end up not making the team because he
transitioned him to running back.
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, talking about that though, with the one positive about Terry and Noah's absence is a guy like Ja'Cory Brooks, as we opened the show with. So he's able to show some opportunity that he typically probably wouldn't have got had these two guys been there. Reedie, you talk about KJ Osborne, and if I'm being honest with you, I would probably be there. Me personally, I would probably lean more towards a KJ Osborne with you. But they love Chris Moore for whatever reason, man. I can't tell you why.
Dan mentioned him. He was like, "Yeah, a guy like Chris Moore who signed with us last year. You
wanted more of Moore.
Now you get to see him this year. Like we signed him late in the season. Like,
I guess it's the early glaze session to try to take our mind off Terry and all the other stuff that's going on.
Yeah, he like really went out his way. Yeah. Like a guy like Chris Moore. I'm like, damn.
All right, Krispy Kreme. Like, come on, bro.
Come on.
I even if I can remember correctly from early, I think the reporter even asked Jaden Daniels on the rapport he's building with Chris Moore, and he's like, yeah, Chris is just there for me. The reporter we're building, it's getting better every single day. If I need to stay after and catch passes, he's the one staying after with me. So don't blink now, but this man Chris Moore might actually make this freaking roster, bro.
No. There is two.
We got everybody making a roster now. Come on.
There are two words for Chris Moore's career.
I'm talking about KJ Osborne might slip through the cracks. I said, what's his name? Michael Gallup was going to do something. Like, come on, we gotta draw the line in the sand somewhere. Now, everybody not making the roster at these receiver positions.
I don't Michael Gallup still hurt roster, one, but that's like this guy. Michael Gallup still hurt. I would assume so because I didn't hear nothing about him today at all. Nothing.
And all y'all guys going down.
I ain't heard nothing about him since like the first session of all season.
Yeah,
all y'all guys going down.
Well, they saying that we ain't heard about Luke. But Zee seems to be, he was just talking about him the other day on Reedie and Zee's Monday Command, talking about how, he's been looking so great in the off season, been doing all of this stuff. So Zee, let's talk a little bit about Luke and what's going on with him.
Yeah, I think you definitely remixed my comment. I did not say he's looking so great. I said that the word is that his father came out and said that he's having a great off season, that he's been working out with his brother. And he's ready to step it up for the next level. He's ready for more opportunities, and he's ready to show that he belongs. We'll see. I can't confirm anything about Luke. I ain't really heard much about his name today. Did you, Juan?
No, I didn't hear much about his name. That I will say though, to that point, about Luke McCaffrey. I'm not gonna say it made me nervous or anything like that, but when they asked him kind of about the second-year players, the first person, they got me excited. The first person he mentioned, that being Dan Quinn, was Ben Sinnott. He mentioned Ben Sinnott, and I think it was Brandon Coleman is who he mentioned as the two guys, because he was like, well, Mikey and Jayden, they didn't have to wait for the second year to fix their problems. They fixed it in season. But a guy like Ben Sinnott and a guy like Brandon Coleman, those are the guys that's been taking the most strides since, spring, and I instantly got geeked because that's my guy. I've been fishing for a beast tight end since Jordan Reed. So y'all know any tight end I can get my eyes on. Cole Turner, I thought he was gonna be the one. hopefully Ben Sinnott is. You know what I'm saying? So
that's tough shoes to try to fill. And Jordan
I
Reed.
know, man,
It's
but y'all,
tough shoes.
that was my guy. When I talk about potential, man, that dude was he was supposed to be better than Travis Kelce, man. But
I mean, without all them concussions, he who knows, the sky's the limit for that. He had so much talent. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say he was the first one. I mean, I know y'all like older than me, so probably I don't want to say Antonio Gates or somebody like that, but like receiver and tight end, but that was not common back during his time. So it's like he was different, man. He was like an alien, bro. He simply was. But that being said, I don't want to get down on Luke because I do think his way of making this roster is still a kick returner. I think he should be the kick returner. That's just me personally because I don't care too much for excitement, especially with this offense. Just secure the catch, get it to the 25, 30, whatever, and let the offense work. That's where I'm at with it.
Secure the catch. That's he been consistent all season. So just secure the catch. That's all I care about.
Yeah,
get a ball back. Get a ball to JD5 and just get off the field. Just don't do nothing dumb. Don't turn it over.
Exactly. That's where I'm at with it. So
I'm here to tell you, I feel like Jalen Lane is gonna take one to the crib. I don't know.
I hope so.
Oh, definitely a punt. For sure, a punt. But back to the main point about Luke. Like I didn't hear nothing about him at all either. But I will say, two that he did talk about got me excited. But Luke McCaffrey, maybe again, we'll hear more about these guys as training camp go along, like day one. So of course, all attention is going to be on Jaden, Josh Connolly, Von Miller, all
Trey
the big
Amos.
names. I didn't even hear nothing about Trey Amos. I ain't gonna lie. So
yeah, but I mean, to that point, I think. I mean, we've all heard it, whether it's being content creators, just being adults in life. Sometimes no news is good news.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Like sometimes just hearing absolutely nothing come out of somebody's mouth is like, oh, cool, we can move on. Like, because if Coach had come out and said, you know, man, Luke, I'm gonna Luke to step up this season. He's disappointed me. We would all been sitting here like, why is Luke even on this roster with a coach like you? But nothing. I'm ready. We good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to kind of go back a little bit and speak on Brandon Coleman. One sound bit that I pretty much was able to catch when Dan was talking about like you mentioned, he was, you know, getting his reps and getting his getting acquainted with the guys, like, you know, I mean, knowing that he about to be playing God now. He's like, when he said ever since he's found out, he's just been typically just locked in. Like, you're going to play guard. He was like over the off season, they didn't move him around and have him try this or try that. Like, you're specifically going to be here, learn this. And he said he's been pretty much locked in with Laramie and Badass. So that left side might be the strength.
What people forget, and I've been saying this since he got drafted, he was a guard at TCU. He came out the draft as a guard. When we drafted him, it was to play tackle. I went,
what he play in
high
high
school?
That? What he play?
I gotta look up that tape because I'm be doing high school.
Kuiper?
Oh,
come on,
man.
I don't be doing all that. I got a life sometimes, you know. I got other things to do.
You sure about that? You on mark about 36 in 2028?
No, I ain't touched PFF since May.
Good.
I said I'm gonna put this away.
Yeah, man. But yeah, definitely.
We're not laughing at you, John. Like, we laughing with you because it's amazing. Like the stuff that you do with the draft. Like, you really good at that draft stuff, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're really good at it.
Definitely.
Appreciate it.
What y'all hear about Von Miller today?
I mean, I seen a video of him just working out with Ryan Kerrigan and, you know, Frankie Louvu over there. And I'm hearing that Frankie Louvu is always going with the DNs. He's not even going with the linebackers and indies. So we'll see how that storyline works itself out throughout the week when we get out there on the grass and get to see him live and stuff like that. So we'll have more of that for y'all next week, you know, on the show. But You know, the same old, same old. Just look like a savvy vet, and you know, a lot of guys are talking about his. Bobby Wagner talked about his person, his get off. You know what I'm saying? Is just elite. You know, so
yeah, they said he still has the fastest. What you just said in the league. But also they mentioned the starting four that came out today, and it was Vaughn, Louvu, Payne, and Armstrong. So Armstrong inside at the tackle.
Armstrong on the inside.
And I was like, okay, I like that. I mean, again, it's day one, but you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I like what
trying a few things.
They're trying to mix in real quick.
Yep.
That just,
I think that might be the pass rushing set.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think we have a clip of what DQ was talking about on Von Miller. If we do, we could play it. If God forbid copyright,
we can play that.
These are the standards we have. They're really high, and
you got to change the media.
What's one?
Fun that also with that chick because we're finding out who they are, and like in Vaughn's example, there's a lot that he's going to bring to our team on and off the field. Adam had referenced it yesterday. They're not here to coach, they're here to play. But the 35 or 36-year-old Vaughn is different than the 25 or 26 from an experience standpoint. Now you're able to share some of those thoughts and ideas with another teammate. So I like fresh ideas, fresh thoughts, but their first job is to get acclimated, to the team and find their rhythm, and that takes a minute.
Yeah. It's pretty much a whole bunch of nothing and a little bit of something at the same time. It's like, he's an experienced dude in this league. He's going to share the experience, and they got to get acclimated with the roster. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, in my opinion, John, like, I feel like I was a little surprised. Now, again, it's a Reedie point. It is first day. It ain't done serious, but he looks spry. Like, he looks healthy.
Yeah.
He looks quick. To be 36, like, he looks good in that term of quickness. And I wanted to ask y'all about that, the point that Dan Quinn kind of made, less of Vaughn, but more about the overall roster. When did it become such a bad thing that we are now the oldest roster in the league? Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of these rosters in the league that win the Super Bowl are more seasoned than leading the blind in terms of having a super young group. I think the youngest group to win the Super Bowl was Seattle, and they had a collective age of 26. So, I mean, you can go ahead and pick up on that, John. Your thoughts on people just like making this, we're so old, so we're not good, because like our key positions aren't old, right? But we do have some older guys upon this team, but it ain't like old trash guys. It's freaking Von Miller and Bobby Wagner, who we're talking about first ballot Hall of Famers. So you can kind of talk about that.
I think the argument being that you guys are the oldest team in the league, hey, it's the retirement home, like they kind of call us the unction, like I don't see it necessarily as a bad thing. I think the argument comes from the fact of players are getting not only into the league, whether it's the NFL or the NBA, so much younger, but they're getting talented at such a faster pace. Like, again, big college guy myself. If Jeremiah Smith came into the league this next year, he's wide receiver 1. He might be first overall. Arch Manning, if he declares, you might be trading up to 1 to go get the Saints, not the Giants, but like the Saints might try and get up and go get Arch Manning. Like I think guys are developing at such a quicker rate than they used to, even 5 years ago. Like the fact that Chase Young still hasn't developed in 5 years as a pass rusher, but yeah, guys like Micah within 4 years, Josh Hines-Allen in 4 years, Liatu Latu in 2 years, Aiden Hutchinson in 3 years. Like they just get it so much faster than a guy who spent 5 years in the NFL, 3 or 4 years at Ohio. Like Bosa immediately came into the league and became a force. TJ Watt took him a minute, but he came into the league and took it by force. Prime JJ Watt took the lead by force. Von Miller and Kerrigan took it like that. Chase, hi guys. My name is Chase Young. I'm from the Ohio State. I'm honored to hear it. Aiden Henderson, I'm gonna go kill someone on this field right now. Max Crosby, I'm gonna go kill someone on this field right now. Like, I think it's just the uptick of so many younger guys developing so much faster and at a faster rate, that the fact that you have so many veterans on your roster, it's like, I didn't realize Medicaid was for 35-year-olds. I didn't realize we could retire right now.
Yeah, that's definitely some great points right there. I mean, that you really had to go there with the Chase Young thing, though. I mean, I look up and I still see my 2 jerseys that I got, and
About to
it
say.
makes me sad because I mean, he finessed the Saints out of bag though. So I mean,
He definitely did. It wasn't really no guaranteed money, but he definitely got like 40 some million on his contract.
Like, I think he got the Javon contract, 3 for 45.
Like 3 for 40 some, yeah. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he still got a bag. Actually, speaking of Javon Kinlaw, he had a good play today. Against
Brandon it's more than
Coleman.
that. It's 3 for 51. It's even more than we thought. 17 a year.
Shout out to him. He found a way to get some money. That's his thing though. Chasing the bread. They ain't really care about, impacting the game, which ain't people come into this thing for different things. So I ain't really faulting them for, you know what I mean? Some play the game to win, some play the game for the bread. But speaking of Javon Kinlaw though, fellas, he had a nice play on Brandon Coleman today, and that was very satisfying for me to hear, because a lot of people had some crazy takes about him this past offseason. Oh, overpaid. He didn't have the production to warrant that contract, and
he's a bust.
Yeah, he's a bust. And my thing about it was simply trusting Adam Peters because that's his guy. He knows him. But also looking at his play from last year, for the first time I think in a long time, he played all 17 games, so he was healthy. And trajectory-wise, he's coming off the best year of his career. So you can actually go back to, we already talked about the defensive line and the different packages they had, but Javon Kinlaw making an impact today, kind of with Z. What's your expectations for him this season and this summer? I should say you could start there, and just overall thoughts about the Javon Kinlaw pickup.
So with the Kinlaw thing, it's for me, it's one of those guys that I want to watch and learn. Somebody I didn't really know too much about prior to, and to be honest, since we signed him, I haven't really done much studying or locking in and kind of researching them. I have been locked into the press conferences and how AP and DQ speak highly of him. Say he's a high motor guy. Speak on how they want to. He could be all over the field. He can play all the positions. He too can play at pass rush. So I'm kind of locked in and want to see how he turns out, and hopefully he does pan. And go from there. But it'll definitely be someone that one of those things where I'll gradually kind of get into get to talking about Kinlaw, but I'm kind of sitting back and observing right now.
Yeah, Reedie, what about you? What you guys say about the Javon Kinlaw situation?
I mean, I like it. I mean, it's just, it seems like he gives us what they're looking for. Like I alluded to before on the offensive side of the football, like position flexibility, where he can play the different techniques on within the defensive line. And then he's known to be a huge player. You know what I'm saying? So, space eater. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, with the other guys that they got, the Goldmans of the world and the Jacob Martins of the world and other players or whatever. So I remember him vaguely from his time with the 49ers. I want to say around that, like his first year or two, but I haven't really been following him since then. So I'm kind of like in the same boat, kind of like I'm just going to see how it works out and see if this deal is worth, what they brought him here. If he's going to pan out and play up to his potential and this money that they gave him, because they gave him a very lucrative contract. So I'm just curious to see how that works out.
Definitely. I think with Kinlaw, their biggest reason for bringing him in was for, as you mentioned, the size, but I think he's gonna be that Dietrich Wise kind of guy because they're gonna play a lot of him, not just interiorly, but also a little bit on the end. And going back to last year, Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, what did they love doing the most against us? What they find was the biggest weakness.
Sweet.
Bouncing up, yep. Going to the edges, sweeps, tosses, bouncing up, cutting out to the left, right. Edges was sweet. So getting some pause size out there and strength with those guys like Ken Law and a Payne, that's going to allow this defense to be able to force the runs back inside for the even bigger defensive lineman that we have on the staff. I mean, last season Joe Witt, I wouldn't be surprised if he advocated for a guy like Ken Law because he had to place a Payne at the end because we didn't have the proper size out there to force the runs back inside. So now you added Javon Kinlaw out there, you added Dietrich Wise out there, you got Payne already in the middle, and hopefully Johnny Newton steps up and has a second year. I would mention Eddie Goldman, but I don't know if he's gonna make it through training camp before he decides to retire. But that being said, we got some quality pieces on that defensive side of the ball, especially defensive line, and Javon Kinlaw is one of the guys that we're expecting a lot from. It wouldn't surprise me if he in fact has a monster year, and for him it probably would be give me 6 sacks or just be an enforcer on the run game at least year one. But trajectory wise, he's coming off one of his, if not his best season. So maybe the sky's the limit for him, and him getting new scenery and getting a contract to show that this team actually trusts in him. Maybe that allows him to blossom into something even bigger. But John, I'm gonna go to you. From just the overall recap of today, training camp from pressers to on-field plays, and anything that we didn't cover so far that you decided or that you think we should bring up.
Not necessarily bring up, I think, per se, because I'm sure I think we'll get into all that. I'm gonna talk to the fans real quick because I keep seeing jersey swaps and rumors and just bullshit. Nobody in Washington, because I saw this on I'm in Washington diehard fans on Facebook. I'm in this I'm on the image on this group chat, and I keep seeing these moronic people saying Terry needs to be traded by the start of the season. We're not trading 17. I don't care if you do a jersey swap with the Patriots, with the Chargers, with the Steelers, with the Giants, with the Jets, with the Eagles. I don't want to see any jersey swaps of 17 and nothing but burgundy and white or burgundy and gold. We are not trading Terry anywhere. Because if that's the case, this past season, Mahomes should be traded. Well, in this case, Micah should be traded. Well, in this case, Joe Burrow should be traded. Like, do you know how dumb these things just come out of my mouth or hearing? Fans, I'm a wrestling fan. Daniel Bryan was right years ago. Not only just pro wrestling fans, but football fans. We are fickle. We flip our opinions on the flip of a coin.
Facts. Get them, John.
So enough with the jersey swaps. Enough with, because I'm gonna clip this out regardless. I don't care if it's my channel, Burgundy Breakdown channel, wherever you're gonna see this. You're gonna hear me speak the truth sometimes. We are not trading Terry anywhere. End of discussion. And while you're at it, get off your knees, sip it up when it's done, and move along.
He went baby.
He went in right there.
He went baby Reedie on him.
Yeah.
I think Reedie proud over there.
It's my
boy.
yeah.
My boy.
Hey John, go ahead.
Hey. Hey,
Yeah.
Brandon say John be spitting facts. Yo, John gonna make me cry. Hey, that was funny, man. That was funny.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I would say a topic that we have not discussed, and I want to ask you, Juan, what's your feelings on Baptiste?
Yeah, great question. Baptiste, I think he is going to serve more from Von Miller and Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner and Ryan Kerrigan as a teacher more so than I expect him to make impact on the field. Of course, it's year two, so you would love to see strides from him, and they clearly have some type of faith in him that he can do it. But I'm just more so excited for what these guys can show him. So then, when his opportunity does arrive, because whether it's this year, whether they lean more towards the veteran presence in that room, I'm excited to see what he does when he gets the opportunity. Do they decide to go with Frankie Louvu and Javonte Jean Baptiste as as we alluded to with Frank Louvu, he's not even going with the linebacker, so clearly he's going to spend a lot of time as a pass rusher this year. Do they go with that kind of package and bring in Vaughn on certain downs? I know they had Dorrance Armstrong out there, as well, or really with the first team. But Javonte Jean Baptiste is an interesting name to bring up because he's, I think, one of the guys in this pass rushing game, or in this pass rushing room, I should say, that has truly, honestly, is he the only
True
one that has
potential.
true upside? Like, obviously, we know what Frank Louisville is. He's a
Potential.
beast. We know what Von Miller is at this point of his
Yeah.
career. What other young guys do we truly have in that room besides
Jalen Holmes?
JBB?
Been off the home. I mean, I guess technically by default Armstrong, because he's only 24, 25.
He that young?
But
he's that young.
He's 37. Yeah.
No, for real. But I
shape,
mean,
shape up back here, like
the Stephen A cut.
Yeah, like what? 25?
25.
He's 25.
He left Dallas when he was like 24, because I remember when all those news articles came out
28
of him being 28. Okay, so my bad. So a little bit older than I thought, but like he's still a sub 30 guy to where people are gonna say, well, he's another old player you gotta add to the pile.
Yeah, they're killing it with that narrative, but
Hey, bro, chill. Z, why? Hey,
I told you that's the voice.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man?
That's his voiceover.
He turning red over that jump.
Yo, he's on fire tonight.
Go ahead.
Oh man.
But yeah, nah. What was he saying about Dorrance?
That he was 25, but the headline don't lie, so he's about 36.
But nah, yeah, I think Baptiste definitely is one of them guys. And when we didn't go, edge in the draft, we didn't go edge in free agency until now. I was looking forward to saying, oh, well, maybe we locked in on giving Baptiste a shot. So I think with the acquisition of Vaughn, it just, helps his development. And like I saw somewhere in the comments, but if you can't learn from Von Miller as a DN, then something is wrong. What I mean? Just being in a room with that guy, you should be learning. So I think Baptiste will be solid. Just got to keep him out of Rosebar.
Oh, does he have a track history though, or you just saying that?
I've seen him out. I've seen like pictures that he was in the club a couple times, but
wow,
nothing too
John
crazy.
Wall
It's nothing too
2.0.
crazy. I don't think he's gonna be. John Wall would leave games and go to the club. I remember I saw somebody said, man, they was at a Wizards game and John Wall played,
beat him to the club,
and they got him. John Wall was in the club before they got there. Like that, it's on the court.
But John Wall shooting threes on the court and off the court. Like, goodness gracious.
Yeah. But yeah, though. Yeah. What's the question or subject we haven't touched on, Reed?
Like for day one, we pretty much touched all the major topics.
We pretty much hit everything for day one.
Yeah.
And pretty much hit everything for day one.
Mm-hmm. So tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm sorry, tomorrow and Friday are just helmets.
Yeah,
so
I think Friday.
Sunday they should have shells.
I think Friday is the start of shells.
I think because they're gonna ramp up.
Yeah, I think they're off Saturday though, because I think Friday and Sunday will be shells, and then Monday will be the first day in equipment, full equipment.
Yep.
Or Tuesday maybe. One of them days is off there. I don't know.
We did not bring up the presentations of the locker room.
We did not.
Oh yeah, we did not.
I wasn't expecting them. They dropped those out of nowhere.
Yeah, we could have talked about.
I knew once. This is how I know this media team so well. I knew once the Packers dropped theirs.
Oh yeah.
And they did that little video. I said they're going to come back with something.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen.
And they look good for. And I got say because there's the photo that says Band A, the before and after.
Look at that shit.
That
is horrible.
It's night and day. Literally. It's black and white. It's A to Z. Like it is a 180 turn on its head.
The last owner did not love his players at all. What am I looking at?
You are looking at a D3 high school locker room. Not even college, high school.
My question is, why didn't they change the carpet?
Yeah, oh God, the carpet dude is the same, huh?
You know how expensive carpet is though.
I mean,
that ain't the same carpet.
Or if it's the same carpet, they just bought it new.
Yeah, they must have got it. They call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your carpet dreamer.
Hey, no free promo. No free promo. No free promo.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna pull up
the pictures. So I'm gonna continue with my trend because people always say Reedie's a hater.
He is. He's definitely he's one of them. Go ahead and let him know.
I'm gonna go ahead and
really feel. Let him know how you really feel.
Now I think this is a million times better where we came from, and it's fire. When I first seen it, I was like, it's fire. Cool. But when I seen this New York Jets locker room, I kind of was underwhelmed a little bit after I seen this New York Jets locker room. I just feel like that why we couldn't go pause big like that. Like the Jets locker room is like that compared to like they got the pictures up where we got the names, you know what I'm saying? Like I get the locker stalls and the whole design is fire, is new. They went and got the zip chairs with the with the Washington logos in them and stuff like that. It's definitely an upgrade, a very good upgrade. But I just feel like I don't know if you guys get time and you get a chance, go look at the Jets locker room.
I know what you're talking about.
Amazing, bro.
I think
this is the highlight for me. That W in the middle is fire.
Yep.
Like the W in the middle of the ceiling is fire. Yep. But the Jets is just the Jets.
Yeah. But before I touch on, I reposted this on Twitter. Get over the name. The teams bought into. They would not have made this locker room as fire as it is if they were not bought into the name. Tell Trump to leave the name alone. Get off that horse. It ain't coming back. The logo ain't. Y'all got. I said this last week. You got the jerseys, and we're getting the stadium. Do you want Dan back too? Do you want the loser mentality back too? Some of y'all have already got the victim mentality. You want the loser mentality back too? Enjoy the ride that Harris is taking us on. Stop complaining every step you take.
45 and
they put Kane Madrano in between Cosby and Jonathan Jones.
I appreciate that they didn't lock them positionally, that they kind of spread out.
Yeah, they like mix the players up
and make them mix and mingle.
Yeah.
It's like, well, because they got Bobby and Jaden like adjacent to each other, so like they'll obviously be like Jacob Martin next to Allegretti. Well, they're gonna.
They got Quan. They got Quan and it's Quan and Jaden side by side.
So it's roughly what about like 90 lockers, and it's gonna be like 40 empty jumps once they cut like some of these people.
I'm gonna assume it's a full 90 squad. Or the full 99 from every jersey number. That's what I'm going to assume. But yeah, I would expect probably a section of that to be kind of tailed off for practice squad, for injured guys, for stuff like that.
But now the Hyperberg chamber that they put in there, that thing is nice. And the state-of-the-art saunas that they got in there, and their the new cold tubs and the bathrooms and all of that is fire too. So I mean, don't get me wrong, the locker room is definitely fire. But I just feel like the Jets took that shit to fucking Uranus somewhere. Like that shit is like they put a lot into that locker room.
Well, the big thing is with the Jets, give the Chargers the next year, they're gonna debut their locker room with the new Bolt facility. Is they've gotten relatively new or renovated practice facilities. Their whole building went over some big renovations. We've put in a new bubble, a new nutrition center, a new locker room. We put in like brand new something else because they talked about it yesterday on the press conference. So they've probably dropped $100 million on upgrades, but they've spread out the wealth. Versus the Jets, who are a moribund franchise, because Woody Johnson can't seem to stay off Madden with his grandkids, said we're spending all the money on one spot. So because we spread the wealth, it's not going to be, the infinity lockers with Italian leather seats, 6 cup holders per guy, 5. Like, I think these are all we need for the mentality of arrive violently anytime, any place, anywhere kind of thing. I think this locker room suits that mentality. Whereas the Jets, you're Gotham, you're in New York, you're flashy. Oh yeah, the video. Oh yeah, the storage behind the seats. That's smart.
Yeah, up top as well. Yeah. The name comes up. And B-Rob looked like he wanted to cry. He was like, "Oh,
he did.
Yeah, I can't believe this, man."
He definitely he was feeling it. Yeah. He was like, "It's been so long." Oh yeah, I know Tress.
Dang, Dorn's hit there. That joint is back there. I ain't even know that.
But yeah, like new saunas, new hyperbaric chambers. They upgraded the bathrooms too because they took a photo of those mirrors. I was like, y'all call me broke now? Like, I know, but damn.
That boy AB, I was about to say AB. That boy B-Rob probably feel like he back in Alabama. These college facilities be way better. Why is that? I don't even know why.
More money, more sponsors.
Shit, Woody Johnson has the strays now.
Deservingly so.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, listen, one thing y'all gotta know about Jon, he got a one-liner for every fucking thing we talk about on somebody. Something like you'd be surprised, like, bro, what do you just write this stuff down all day, bro? It's crazy.
It's on the fly.
Juan be over there looking like, come on, bro.
This motherfucker again.
Zee be dying like.
I was like, I can't stand this kid. Well,
Juan ain't trying to laugh too hard right now.
He can't. He can't,
bro.
Yeah.
He on that publicist.
Hey Juan, go ahead and put up another GoFundMe for your medical bill now.
Nah, for real.
Because hey man, shout out my man Juan Gotti, man. He said he had to be here for the pilot episode. He had to be here for the pilot episode. My man Mike got a possible broke arm, but he said he's still gonna pull up for y'all because he got to talk ball. It's the first day of training camp, and he cannot miss the show. That's dedication. That's loyalty at its finest, right there.
Yeah.
So wasn't gonna miss this, man. They would have had to, you know what I'm saying, give me all this earth. Only way I was gonna miss this pilot. Shit, we good, man. We all right. I ain't know you needed your guy hand as much, so I can't even shoot the ball right now. You know what I'm saying? It's my guy. Shit, it's my guy hand, but it's still. You still guy. You know what I'm saying?
Are you feeling like well?
Yeah, I'm a lefty. I feel like I can still get Z25.
Oh man.
Oh
no. Oh no, I got some blocks in that shit to the curb.
Yeah, probably. I am only 5'6.5", so.
Oh yeah, no, you ain't got no shot. So
So what's this I'm hearing, Juan Gotti? You're an artist. You're a rapper.
I was about to say, you know, the music.
You made a whole video about Terry.
Yeah, I mean,
why didn't we debut that here on the pod?
I mean,
I feel like you sneakily like released it without even telling us.
He did.
Like,
no countdown.
I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna be
album release.
I'm gonna be 100% honest about that. I literally sat here because I do make music. I like record myself and all that. So like, I don't go to a studio. So I sat here at 11, 12, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna make a song about her because about me. I don't know if y'all know, but like I always make songs about the team. I drop them on my page sometimes. Like I did like years ago, I did a Dallas song. I always make just little jokingly purdy songs. So it was just another case of that band.
Yeah, Terry.
I feel like you give Jeff too funny a run for his money.
I don't even know who that is. I might gotta look that up.
He's a producer.
Where you at, Terry?
For JP and Mitch. He's the one that always coming up with a song every week on the radio.
Yeah, I definitely, because it was crazy right before. I don't know if y'all know, right, really big into the little trends on social media, but it was this whole trend of making like songs of players and stuff like that. And they had made one like it was like LeBron, like that little trend or whatever.
Oh,
and
they
made
yeah.
You said what?
I know
it was that little trend. And the crazy thing is, I made I made a Jay and Daniel song, not like that, but an actual song dedicated to Jay and Dan Quinn. I made this back in like October before like in the season before crazy stuff happened. Never dropped it, you know what I'm saying? And I finally did. And I plan on eventually maybe shooting an actual video for it because I like that jump. But yeah, long story short, I always make little funny little parody songs about I made a Ben Johnson diss track when we played Detroit.
Hey, yeah.
I always making little songs about the team for sure.
That's what's up, man. Keep going, bro. Keep going. Doing your thing.
Yeah, try to be a little different.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But man, shout out to everyone who traveled over to this side of the channel with us today. We started out on our individual channels, and today was our first time streaming on the Burgundy Breakdown YouTube channel. So shout out to y'all for following us over and keeping us entertained and locking in and chatting with us. We do appreciate y'all. The love is definitely here.
Currently sitting at 44 subscribers.
Yeah, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Definitely share this with some fellow fans. Sure. And yeah, man, just stay locked in with us every Wednesday night, anywhere between 9 and 9:30 ish. The Burgundy Breakdown is gonna hop on, and we're gonna give y'all the updated news. Next week will be the second week of practice. There'll be a lot to talk about. So stay locked in with us for sure. And make sure you follow us all individually at Reedie and Zee, at Ball and the Burgundy Podcast, at Juan Gotti Talking Sports. And stay locked in, man. We love y'all for sure.
For sure.
Yes, sir. This is just the start, man. This is literally the start of something special. And I shout out Reedie and Zee for even reaching out and starting this up, man. So
hell yeah.
Day one, fellas, but gonna be a hell of a grind, and before you know it, we gonna be lit on this jump.
Yep.
Is it me, or is it like it felt like the all season like took forever? Now we just here, like we back at home, like we in training camp, like
it
dragged week one. So.
Really, I that's crazy. I actually feel like the opposite, and I've been feeling the opposite since I became an adult. It's crazy. Like when I was a kid,
like 5 months ago, you became an adult.
To be fair, I'll be 22 next month, so I got a couple years under my belt. But nah, like when I was in school and like a kid, like it would drag all summer long, all winter. But that's because I ain't have no responsibilities. Now I gotta actually have responsibilities, so that part takes my time to make this go faster. But long story short, I feel like it's been flying by the last 2 seasons. So yeah, but
I've been somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I've been somewhere in the middle. Like it's been dragged. Like if I'm not working, because I work mostly afternoons to nights. Like if I'm not working, it's dragging. The football news, it like half of us been making up content from June 1st to July 1st. We just trying to get through the months, and we were like, all right,
yeah,
July, we finally here. Yeah, like post draft, post mini camp, pre training camp. You're like, so what do y'all want to talk about?
Unfortunate.
And we made it.
But yeah, definitely did. Reedie, got anything else to say before we get about it?
No. Hell to him. That's all I gotta say.
Pay Terry McLaurin.
Hey, Terry McLaurin.
Hey, Scary Terry.
Please stay healthy, as we've seen major injuries already. Pray that does not hit us.
And KJ Osborne Z Trust.
Yeah, I'm not signing off on that.
I'm not signing off on it either, John.
Chris Moore.
No. And Ja'Cory we trust. Ja'Cory squared.
Hey Z, go ahead, just get that split jersey going. Man.
Yeah, I might as well.
You might as well get that 32, Bob.
Ja'Cory with the.
You gonna pull up the week one with the Ja'Cory on?
Ja'Cory square.
No, for real. 32. Pull out, get the 32.
If I pull out with a bill, that's gonna be fire. Trust me, believe. There's nobody in the building is gonna have it. That day is gonna be fire.
Be the first one.
It's not even gonna say Prosky Mary. It's gonna say Bill.
He probably rock with that if he see that jump.
Z gonna get the $300 personalized jump.
Oh, yeah. We gonna see.
32 5 though. Z, get that jump.
Anytime we say we gonna see it, nah.
Go ahead.
Rapping on the pod.
Might have some cash by September, you know.
Where's your Gibby jersey at?
Cap. Cap.
Oh man.
He's already put all the duct tape. Miller.
Got no Gibbies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could have sworn he said
remember Unc had the Gibby.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he bought Gibby jersey like the last year he was here. I'm like, why did you do that? He's gone next year.
Unc just does anything, bro. Just anything. Yeah, man. But man, thank y'all for pulling up on us tonight, man. We'll see y'all next week, man. I'm Reedie.
I'm Z.
I'm John.
I'm injured ass Juan Gotti.
We're the Burgundy Breakdown.
And we gone.